You're working with a client who's getting a new job. How can we qualify income? Do I have to wait until they start their new job? No, you don't. One of the things that we can really work with, and we work with often, especially with military families who are transitioning out of the military and going into the civilian world, or regular civilians who are transitioning jobs, are job letters. Job letters allow us as a lender to utilize a certain income for loan qualification and loan approval and even closing before they start the job. Sounds too good to be true, Evan. How does that even work? Well, it's pretty simple. You are the buyer, let's say. If you have a job letter that shows, hey, you're going to make X amount of money and you're going to start at a certain date, we can work with it. There's 4 key components here, though. The first is that we need to make sure that the income is clearly defined on the job letter. So it's got to say that annual salary, or if it's an hourly job, that hourly rate. Number 2, it has to make sure that it's full time. So if it's hourly, it shows the 40 hours. Otherwise, it just says full time and it's indefinite. It's not like it's a 6-month contract or it's going to be less than a year. The key there really is less than a year. It needs to be a year longer term, but having it indefinite is what makes it real easy for us. Number 3, no contingencies. This means that you can't have to get something done in order to start that job. So for example, the big ones that we see, folks that are needing to get a certification complete while they're getting out of, say, the military, starting something new, or they have a drug test, very common one. Can't have any of that on that job letter. So it essentially has to say, hey, they're full-time, they're making this much, and right now there's nothing stopping them from starting. And then lastly, number 4, it's got to be signed by a responsible party. Typically that's HR or a manager or owner of the business. As long as we have all those components, because remember, that last one, we're going to have to follow up with them to make sure that it's a legitimate job letter and it's good still before closing. But as long as we have all those, we can utilize the income on that job letter, not just for pre-qualification, but even for closing. And here's the deal. We can work off of a job letter and close up to 60 days before someone starts that new job. Pretty incredible. So if you're looking and you're starting your new job and you've been told that you got to wait till you get a pay stub, not necessarily the case at all. As long as you got that clean job letter and we get that approved, it can work. Now, one other stipulation with the job letter, it can't just be made up with no background experience. So you've had to have had previous work experience in a similar related job or training for it. So a big one, of course, there is like if you went to school and you were in college for the last 4 years and now you're getting a job that lines up with your major, we can work with that. Or let's say you've been in that industry for the past 5 years or 10 years, usually we want to see at least 2 years of it. If you've been in it for years, then we can utilize that as experience to qualify and utilize that job letter. So this really helps open you up when you're transitioning. Because again, we specialize in military families when they're moving. So we get very used to working with folks who are moving to and from different states and cities and starting new jobs. And a lot of folks are told, hey, you can't utilize your income until you get a pay stub. Not the case. But the final kicker here is, and this is where it's a little unique, we can close off of that job letter, meaning that as long as we close before you start the job, we can use a job letter. But the moment you start that job, then all of a sudden we do need that first pay stub. So it's a unique scenario where ironically you want to close a little before you start your new job. Unless you start it, then just know you're going to have to maybe delay a little bit until you get that first pay stub. And you can have some risks there. What if the pay stub comes in a little odd or unique or they left something out? Then that could delay closing even further. So you either want to close before you start the job, or you want to wait till you get that first pay stub or are headed towards that first pay stub and give yourself plenty of room in the contract phase to get that pay stub. My name's Evan Kaufman. Hopefully it's helping you go out there and win another home using a job letter. Take care.